What up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy UniqueSkillez back again with another video. Today I'm going to be giving you the best Battlefield 6 controller settings within Battlefield 6. So let's go ahead and dive into it. Now we have to go over here to our gear icon, go to controller settings, go into side editing setting, and then back into controller settings to be able to get to the actual settings. Thank you for complicating things, Battlefield 6. But enough of my ranting. Let's go ahead and get into these settings. Now, as you can see, the infantry aim sensitivity is set to 50. I do play inverted. Field of view is 120. Vertical aim ratio is set to 50. Vertical zoom ratio is set to 80. Uniform infantry aiming is set to off. Infantry aim assist is set to 100. Infantry aim assist slowdown is set to 70. Infantry aim assist snapback zoom snapback action is set to 100. And then for the infantry aim input curve and zoom aim input curve are both set to Battlefield 2042. Also, the stick input acceleration preset is set to Battlefield 2042 as well. I got used to this, so this is what I play. Let me know down in the comment section below, guys. I'm telling you, it's real sticky. So let me know down in the comment section below on how this is, if this is working out for you or not. The aim and left and right acceleration is set to 30. Within the movement tab, the only thing that I changed was the crouch slide. Set it to all because I slide cancel and I crouch with my R3 button on my PS5 controller. So this is why I set this to all. Now within the zoom section, the infantry zoom aim sensitivity is set to 70. Zoom aim sensitivity 1 times through 3 is set to 80. 3.5 through 6 is set to 100, and then 8 and 10 are set at 150. Reason being is because I want to be able to track the enemy more efficiently. So therefore, that's why I set the bigger scopes or the biggest scopes in the game to 150 for the zoom aim sensitivity. The only thing that I changed within the other section is to prioritize my reload. I want to be able to tap it to reload and hold to interact. And everything else is set to a default setting, guys. Also, gyro and the flick look, I disabled those both. Okay. Now we're going to head down to the controller tuning. And as you can see, everything that has to deal with controller vibration, I set that off. Even the adaptive triggers for the weapon fire and the zoom, I set those to 0. So therefore, they won't activate while I squeeze my R2 and L2 button. For the left stick, the center dead zone is set to 0. The actual dead zone is set to 2. And for the max input threshold, I set the 70. Reason being is because I want to be able to react quick as possible, because that's the one that you basically turn with. So therefore, this is why this is set to 70. For the right stick, the dead zone is set to 0. Actual dead zone set to 2. And then the max input threshold is set to 100. Okay. And then for my L and LT and RT max input thresholds, I set those both to 5, guys. All right. And that's basically it for my controller settings. For the audio, the only thing that I changed was the music volume. I set that to 10. The commander VO volume is 50. And then the soldier and campaign VO is set to 50. All right. Everything else is set to a default setting, guys. Also, you want to be able to turn this down because this is that ringing sound that you hear within your headphones. If somebody throws a grenade at you and you hear that ringing noise within your headset, you want to turn that down to 0 so that doesn't last as long as it does. Okay. And for, let's see, graphics, it's going to depend on your system. I'm running a 5800 X3D chip with a 3080 in it. So I did make it custom. And the things that I changed was the texture, quality, and filtering. I set that to high, but everything else, guys, I set to a low setting, okay? And you want to make sure that the weapon motion blur and world motion blur is set to 0 and camera shake amount is set to 0. All right. And then you want these 3 to film grain, the vignette, and then the chromatic aberration is set to off. And also make sure you turn this on as we're reduce the sprint camera bobbing. So you want that on as well, guys. But yeah, these are my settings, guys. And if this video has helped you out, make sure that you subscribe and hit that like button, guys. Okay, these are my controller settings. And like I said, let me know that in the comment section below on how well or how it didn't work out for you and what you changed and what you didn't change. Hey, it's your boy UniqueSkillez, and I'm out, man. Y'all stay peaceful. Peace.